All right. Well, Fergie, I know you grew up in Philadelphia. I know you're a Phillies fan, but back when I was growing up in New York, we had a team called the Mets, and we had this show after each game, where Ralph Kiner would have this TV show. He was one of the commentators, and it was called Kiner's Corner. So you're going to be the first guest ever in history in Cupola Corner.
Cupola Corner.
So,
okay.
Here we are. So I'm with Captain Chris Ferguson, the commander of the last space shuttle flight of Atlantis, which I don't think you can see, but is behind us. I think it's too bright to see, but we're in the cupola. We have the Earth above us, so we're kind of upside down, with Atlantis docked for the last time at the International Space Station. So, Chris, I just wanted to ask you, what this means to you. What do you think about, the last flight and the legacy of the space shuttle?
Well, first of all, I think it's sad to see the shuttle go away. It really is. This is just it's a beautiful vehicle. I'm sure you're having probably a hard time with the exposure behind us, but it's just been a fantastic tool for the United States to really set up a permanent like presence in low Earth orbit. We deployed great observatories. We learned how to do spacewalks. We built, the better part of the International Space Station. I think 37 shuttle flights were devoted towards building this. And as we kind of swim around the halls here, we noticed that it's a lot wider than the Russian segment. And if it wasn't for the space shuttle, the space station might be a skinny set of tubes, kind of like the Russian segment is. So it's enabled us to build a space station that's robust and large. So we're going to miss this. We really are. I think one of the things we're going to miss the most is our ability to bring things back. What you may not be able to see behind us is a failed pump that broke on the space station probably about 9 months ago, and we repaired it with a spare that was on board. But we're going to bring the failed one home. We're going to do a post-mortem on it. We're going to find out what made it fail, so we can make it better. And we can make things last a long, long time. So we're going to miss our ability to bring things back from low Earth orbit. So, if you talk about the shuttle's legacy, I talk about it in terms of things that we won't have when it's gone. Now, we're going to build new rockets, and we're going to have the ability to bring things back again someday, but never the kind of downmass, we call it, that the space shuttle has given us.
Thanks, Fred. Well, and when we're done talking, we'll bring the camera over there, and I think it'll expose right, and we'll be able to see it. But another question, or the last question I wanted to ask you is, one of the purposes of Fragile Oasis is to use the orbital perspective to inspire people to make a difference and improve our planet. I just wanted to ask you what that means to you. I mean, when you look at the Earth, and how can we, communicate what we see in a way that would inspire people to make a difference?
Yeah, I'm looking up because the view is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, you have to pinch yourself from time to time to really understand exactly what it is, where you are. I mean, this is incredible to be 220 miles over the Earth, looking down, watching the Earth go by at 5 miles per second. And as you look down, you realize that you really can't see country boundaries. You see evidence of human life, but you see a beautiful planet with contours and clouds, and the ocean. It's an ocean of clouds that has different perspectives to it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. But you do realize how fragile it is as a result of the thin little atmosphere that we look at. It's just a wafer thin atmosphere in this large ocean of space that we're in, and how kindly we need to treat it, or perhaps it won't be treating us very kindly for generations to come.
Oh, thanks, Fergie. I appreciate that. And we will end this with a view out the window of this beautiful spacecraft. I hope.
Yeah. So you can see little smoke palls, smoke trails where fires are.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can see how they just they add. That whole cloudiness right there is really due to smoke, and it's not a cloud, and you can tell. And in these little ways, you can tell how mankind is having an impact on our environment.
There's your spacecraft out there.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I never thought I'd have this perspective of a space shuttle before. And we're so fortunate because so very few have had this perspective. Let's see, this has been here now for came up on 130, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 6 shuttle crews have been fortunate enough to be able to view their shuttle in just this way. And I consider myself blessed to have done it.
All right. Thanks, Fergie.
Hey, sure thing.
Godspeed. Good landing.
All right. Yeah.